association featuring online leagues like the DSR electric, Blanchard towing and recovering Xfinity, concerns of police survivors. Jacob and Wesley bringing you all the commentating. Is there beef? Is there beef? This racing is so exciting. They rock the Nasra network. That Beagle's cracking them up in the background. It is racing at Atlanta. It is racing at Talladega. Never turn right. Ooh, go baby, go. Don't you curse tonight. As a Brady, the boss man is Lexington. Oh dear.
Good Wednesday evening to you and yours. We welcome you to the NASRA 360 Racing Network and delayed broadcast coverage from Monday of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series and the Murph's Magical Creations 225. I'm Wesley Outland, Jacob Reeves alongside. We're right here with you like it was a Monday night, except Jacob, it's a little earlier on a Wednesday. Don't forget NASRA Cup Series playoffs from Darlington coming up later tonight as well. And we're ready to see what happens with the trucks at Texas. You like this track?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Love this track. Love the newer version just a little bit more because I've always been pretty good at that one. This one, actually, the legacy version, the old worn-out version before they done the whole reconfiguration, making turn one as wide as it can be, even though they don't even use the outside lane. But, I prefer that one just because I'm able to drive it a little bit better. But this one right here,
Sure.
This is a great layout right here. And I'm going to tell you one thing about this track, Wesley Outland. Tires will be a key here tonight in this race.
Well, let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's race after the race details. And there is the details for stage one. We'll stay green to lap 35, move into Glass Mechanics stage 2. And here's the starting lineup. Andrew Harris on the pole, Jonathan Cofield on row 1. Nate Maurer, Bo Tiffany, row 2. Cole Henriksen, Kerry Tribune, row 3. Joey Stiers, Justin Lumpkin on row 4. Lucas Lyons, the Daytona winner. Brady LaBeouf, a former series champion, on row 5. Chris Blanchard and Tom Lester, your first 6 rows.
And after that, starting in the 13th spot, you got to have Stephen Page. And then to his outside is going to be the Bulldog, Adam Newton. Right behind him, Robbie Richards and Cole Larson, I should say, the youngster out there, going to be rolling off 16th. The Spice Man, Chris Cinnamon with Chad Ross right there in row number 9. Row number 10, you'll find Taylor Peacock with Tyler Goodwin. Cody Knott, pretty good qualifying effort right here for Cody Knott right here, starting in the 21st spot with Luke Smith to his outside. And rounding out the top 24, Timmy Hammond. And also, I believe that was Kaufman as we're getting ready to go green, Wes.
Green flag in the air. We'll mention the rest of the lineup. You'll see it on the scoring ticker as there's 40-plus trucks ready to go in the Murph's Magical Creations 225. Now, I need to let everyone know right now in this 152-lapper, we do not know the outcome of the races We don't know what happened. We don't know who won on Monday night. We're going to call this like we regularly would live at 9 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Cofield works off turn 4. Maurer behind him. They flash across the line. One in, 1:51 to go. And it's Cofield up the banking and one again.
Yeah, and the big old battles right here, right behind him with Maurer, Tiffany, and Hendrickson. You see Maurer right there on the bottom side. Hendrickson going to try to follow him as well. Tiffany kicked up on the top side. Carrie Tribute trying to follow. Battle for third is on. You got Hendrickson, Tiffany. It ain't a fight anymore. Hendrickson's going to get Tiffany in 3.
By the way, thanks as always to Bingles Dean Hopton on production. Look at that big gaggle of traffic in the top 15, almost 3 wide. Now they calm themselves back down, and 40-plus trucks thunder in the daylight here at Virtual Texas, off into turn 2. No limits indeed. Alabama's Cofield, the Auburn Tigers, number 1 in the SEC tournament. He's number 1 right now on the racetrack in that 58 machine in 3.
Yeah, and he's kind of putting a Texas-sized whooping so far on the field. Granted, it is lap 3 of 152, but already opened up to about a second gap right now over Hendrickson, who has got around Maurer. Tiffany's got around Maurer as well. Blanchard, he's got around Tribute. He's trying to bring Joey Stires with him. But there you see Cofield, really 1 second right now over Hendrickson, Tiffany, Maurer, and Blanchard, the top 5.
On board, Chris Blanchard making a move on Maurer on his inside, lets him know he's there. They're door to door, stride for stride now. Back up the banking. This track is 1.5 miles. It mimics the sister tracks of Charlotte and Atlanta. 1.5 miles, 2.4 kilometer oval track with 20 degrees of banking in the corners in 1 and 2, 24 degrees of banking in turns 3 and 4, 5 degrees on the straightaway. Racing surface width is 80 feet wide, 22.50 foot long front stretch, 13.30 foot long back stretch. And right now, Cofield continuing to hit his marks, leading the way as you're on board now, Jacob, with Carrie Tribute.
Yeah, Wesley, I've been watching them big right now coming off of turn number 4. We already saw a couple of them getting very close to taking each other out. Turn 4 is really the tough spot here at this version of Texas. Actually, in my opinion, the newer version, turn 2 is usually the problem spot. But here it's turn 4, just because of just how much out of shape you can really get coming off of turn number 4. And especially when the tires start to wear out, the tires will start to get real greasy. As there you see it right there coming off of 2. Hell, turn 2 may be as bad as turn 4 right there for Blanchard. Gets up into the wall a little bit. But how about this? Cofield was putting a whooping on him. Hendrickson starting to really, got him down to a little over half a second.
It's the Murph's Magical Creations. Our fabled historical unicorn, cigar smoking unicorn, sponsoring this event. And obviously, we appreciate them, Murph's Magical Creations. Yes, the unicorns. Yes, and look at the shade. It's got really cloudy here now in Texas, especially in the 24 degrees of banking of 3 and 4. Sun pokes out back in 1 and 2. That's something we'll keep an eye on there.
Yeah, we're really going to have to watch out for that, as that sun right there, you see it real cloudy all the way around the Virtual Texas Motor Speedway. And when that gets him or ends up poking through all of that, that's when you're going to end up seeing, where all these guys are really going to start to slide around. They'll start sliding around. Obviously, the track's going to heat up. It's going to make it more greasier. It's going to make it more slipperier. As you see it, Adam Newton actually getting a little bit sideways right there through 3 and 4, able to make that pass around Stephen Page right there. All this going on just outside the top 10. But check it out. Right smack dab in the sunlight. Then you going into the shade. That's going to be another thing these drivers is going to have to keep their eyes on.
So far, putting 10 laps on the board this time by for the leaders. Cofield, Hendrickson, Blanchard, Tiffany, Stires, top 5. Maurer, Tribute, LaBeouf, Lumpkin, Cinnamon, top 10. That's the way they stay in line, working their way back again into turn number 2.
Now he's going to try to see if he can line right up behind Kerry Tribune. Tribune's going to take that spot. He'll go to 6th. Uh-oh, he's going to bring the boss man with him. Brady LaBeouf going to go all the way to the inside, down there where Grandpappy ends up hiding the moonshine from Grandma. He don't want her to get any of it. Obviously, Grandmama is not going to let him have the cookies. He ain't going to let her have the moonshine. That's exactly where LaBeouf was.
Well, you butchered my line, didn't you?
Yeah, I butchered it all the way around. But LaBeouf's still doing a pretty good job. Obviously, it shows New Orleans, Louisiana, but obviously Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where he resides. Roll Tide, baby.
Roll Tide, baby. Yeah, it's the top shelf where Grandma hides the cookies from Grandpa and the dentures, too. And now it's moonshine.
And the bottom shelf.
And don't let Grandma get a hold of Grandpa's cough syrup either, right? Back straight away. Cofield in the lead. Hendrickson, Blanchard, Tiffany, and Stiers right now. There goes Mr. Mumford, Alabama, Jonathan Cofield in his own world. I'm telling you, Jacob, you and I both know we can't stand Auburn, right? We know this. But Mumford, Alabama's #1 Auburn fan is Jonathan Cofield. And he has literally just turned up the wick on the NASRA competition, it seems, this year. I mean, this guy is championship material, no doubt.
Yeah, and not only in just this, Wesley Outland, in just about anything in NASRA, not just in the trucks, but you look at it for the Tuesday night series. He was one of the championship 6 drivers, for last season when Tidy Horse Ryan Johnson won the championship. NASRA Cup Series, I think he's actually still in the playoffs. I'm not in the playoffs anymore, but I believe he was able to secure himself a spot into the Elite 12. Which will be following this race here this evening. So, I'm telling you, Cofield's really one of those guys we're really going to have to be watching out for. And could be an Octavio Rondoletto, could be a Colin Weatherholt, could be one of these drivers.
You're right.
But he's just got to have a little bit more better luck, I guess you could say sometimes. And that he could probably end up having 3 wins on the season, much like Lucas Lyons has right now.
It's the Murph's Magical Creations 225, and we're quickly working lap 15 of 35 for stage 1. About 20 laps left to the opening stage, and remember, we'll still stay green flag and work into Glass Mechanic stage 2 to lap number 70. So glad you and yours are joining us. And to answer your question, Jordan Jurassic, this is a delayed broadcast, but it is live in studio right now. Do you catch that? It's the race for Monday, but we're live working it as we speak.
Nah, Jurassic, his mind don't wrap around that good, Wesley. His mind don't wrap around that good. I'm just kidding, Jordan. I'm just kidding, buddy.
Yeah, Cops Champion's going to come after you there, Jacob. Oh, yeah, there's a new deal where, there's no more net code, as they call it, Jacob Reeves. If you start blinking and it becomes too big of an issue, iRacing will immediately kick you from the server or send you to the pit lane.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I heard that, there's been a lot of people that's been griping about, drivers blinking and everything else. And I'm not just talking about in NASRA in general. I'm talking about iRacing, period.
Right.
Where people has sat there and they've sent in messages, because iRacing does, believe it or not, they actually do listen to the customers, which is a good thing. But at the same time, there's been numerous drivers and people have sent that in. We're tired of all this blinking. We don't know where everybody's at and everything else. And that has got it to where iRacing and the powers that be, Steve Myers and all of them, has put in some kind of update, some kind of software or whatever to get it to where if you're blinking so many times, it'll kick you clean out of the race. So all you guys that is running on that McDonald's internet, you might want to go ahead and get off of it and get you some internet, because if you're running on McDonald's, you're going to be screwed here for at least a little while.
He said running on McDonald's internet. I love it. Oh, my goodness. I love you, Jacob. That was awesome.
I love me too. I love me too. Happy to be back from the vacation, Wes.
Yes, sir, man. You had a very fun time on the banana boat.
It was a little bit. It was a little bit too long. I will say that. I'll have a couple of comments about it tomorrow night when I
upload. Door banging download.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna upload a new episode tomorrow night on the door banging download, and I will let everybody know my thoughts on the little cruise ship, which is the Carnival Mardi Gras. We'll go ahead and give you a hint. It will be interesting.
I can't wait to tune into it. I've been caught up on all your episodes of the Door Banging Download, and you haven't done anything since probably the first week of February. So you need to catch up. You're way behind, my friend.
No, I had one last week.
Oh, well, I didn't see it. Oh, look out! Boy, no, that was the 24. That was Grady LaBeouf, man. The Warrior rap century about lost it in the corner. Holy cow! With the Chevrolet gets it dug down to the bottom though. And he'll keep on digging. We'll stay green. Started 10th. He's in 7th.
Yeah, he's still up, 3 spots. Really from where it started, but, still moving pretty good. He was all the way up there fixing to crack the top 5 and then snapped loose right there off, guess where? Turn 4. I was talking about that, Wes Outland, about that turn 4, how crazy that it can be to get off of that corner. And turn 2 is that way as well. But turn 4 will really screw you up. Here's something that I want to mention right here. You see Hendrickson running up on the top side with Tribune down on the bottom side. You would not see this at today's Texas. If anybody's able to run the outside at the new Texas, be my guest. If you can pull it off, you're a better man than I am. But here, you can do that. You can run that outside and get a run. Obviously, you'll eat your tires up a little bit more than you would on the bottom side, but there is an outside lane to run, and that's where you see Hendrickson running right now in 1 and 2.
And we are also closing in on the end of stage number 1. Right now, Cofield in the lead. Blanchard second. Hendrickson third. Tribune Steyer's top 5. Tiffany LaBeouf, Peacock, Newton, and Maurer. All these drivers will get stage points for being at the end of the first stage. That'll go to lap number 30. However, we'll also move into the Glass Mechanics second stage of the race. That'll move you into another 40-lap run. That'll take us all the way to lap number 70, unless we get a Serve Pro caution. So far, we're clean and green here at No Limits, Texas on lap 25 there, Jacob.
Woo, boy, and we almost didn't right there. Big-time slide right there. That was Adam Hubert right there. And Lucas Lyons in the 53. And check out Lyons right there, back in, just sliding out right there, dirt tracking it. Is now you got to slide back up here with Bo Tiffany, Joey Steyer's up here. Steyer's trying to run the middle side, trying to see if he can pinch Bo Tiffany down. And that is actually a pretty good move if you can pull that off. That is exactly what Joey's doing right there, running that middle lane and trying to hold Bo down. That way he's got to get out of the gas, because your first reaction coming off the corner is to drift up towards the wall. Well, sometimes you can't do that. That's what Joey's trying to do, trying to pinch him down, make Bo have to lift, and that way he's got the advantage on the outside and try to take this spot.
The 46, there's Bo Tiffany down on the inside, battling Joey Steyers. That's for 5th. Couple of laps remaining as stage points are on the line. Remember that.
Ooh, look at Bo right there. Whoa, baby, Bo, hold on to it, son. Sideways right there. Look at all the, you see all kinds right there, just little bitty black particles. I saw it there for just a split second, folks. That is the rubber that's coming off of these trucks. I talked about it. This place is a straight-up cheese grater on these tires. Maybe not as bad as, say, an old Atlanta or a Dover or even Darlington, where we're going to go later on tonight for the NASRA Cup Series. Boy, they're getting real tight over here racing in 3 and 4. But this place will eat those tires up just as how fast that they're racing.
We are moving into Glass Mechanics stage number 2 when they come to the line. This will be the final lap of stage 1. We stay green so far. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was 30 laps. My bad. It's 35. Hashtag fake news. 5 laps remaining in stage number 1. But so far, this race has been, Jacob, clean and green. Couple of hiccups on the start, but since, no cautions, a little scare there for Brady LaBeouf earlier. Maybe some other drivers, but right now they are quickly trying to begun the opportunity to run down Jonathan Cofield. And now with under 5 to go, you got to get into position to look for stage points.
And look at Hendrickson all the way up on the top side. Got loose right there coming off turn 4, just straight up dirt tracking it right there. And, I saw him a while ago, Wesley Outland. He was running the top, which is exactly where he's at right now in 1 and 2. But a while ago in 3 and 4, he'd keep it down on the bottom side. Now he feels like at number 10 for Highline Racing is better up on that top side, just rim riding it right up against the wall. And now he's going to basically defend right here. He ran it up on the top side. He understands carriage abuse, getting runs, getting to his inside. It may end up costing him sideways as Cole Hendrickson going through 3 and 4. And I'm telling you, you can defend the spot all you want to, but you get sideways like that, it's going to open the door 9 ways to Sunday, and that's what carriage abuse trying to do.
Made it work, Cofield. And now we see Cole Hendrickson and Kerry Tribune continue to battle for that 3rd spot with now a couple of laps remaining here in stage number 1.
Wow, look at this right here. Lapping traffic right now is Jonathan Cofield. Just put Brad Chew into 51. Got him 1 lap down. Still, and also we got to give a little bit of a shout out, honestly, to the driver sitting in the 2nd spot. We didn't talk a whole lot about him, but the driver that I like to call the pot stirrer, which is Chris Blanchard, sitting right there in the 2nd. Yes, the pot stirrer. He stirs the pot a lot. But sitting in the 2nd spot right now, he's kind of in his own area code right now. As this is Wesley Outland, the final lap for stage number 1, and we will continue green afterwards.
Unfortunately, we can't grab anybody for interviews or talk to anybody post-race because, as we said, this is a delayed broadcast. This race was from Monday. Due to time, believe it or not, the real reason is time, due to daylight savings time. It threw off the scheduling of everybody. Of our buddy, if you didn't know, Bigglesdean Hopton lives in Australia. I'm not going to unveil the town, but he lives in Australia. It's a big city. But anyhow, because of that, whoa, boy, Tom Lester coming down pit road here at the end of stage 1. We move down to stage 2. Glass Mechanics stage 2. So far, clean and green. But yes, due to daylight savings time on a conflict, our producer was, I guess, an hour behind. Actually, correction, he would have been an hour ahead of doing his race than usual. He would have been an hour ahead, and then basically it messed everything up. So we come together. Great work, everybody, to be able to. We got everybody back in here to do the broadcast and be able to make it up. And obviously, we're also live later tonight with the playoffs. And hey, Jimmy Coker, you got a fan there, Jacob.
Really? What did Jimmy say?
I mean, whoever this is, unless you know him, unless it's your alter ego. He says, all right, we got Jacob Reeves in the booth. He's my favorite racing broadcast in the world. There you go.
Well, Jimmy, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Jimmy Coker. Yeah, what the hell? Normally everybody picks on Jacob, nobody. So I'm glad to see you getting some love, brother. You come back from the banana boat, you get praise. I know you were gone for a long time. Listen, we do want to say thanks to William Tiller. He filled in for us, obviously in your absence when you were gone. So we do appreciate it, and I think we got a caution on the racetrack. Yes, we do. Yellow flag is out as caution is out. Yeah, it does. It's the 69 of Timothy Hammond with a problem, guys. 69 Timmy Hammond with an issue on the front straightaway.
That is unfortunate for Mr. Timmy Hammond. As you see it right here, kind of see if we can, kind of slide it back just a little bit and see what we got going on right here. And odds are, I'm going to take a wild guess. He just got loose. Maybe got loose, maybe give or take or whatever. Maybe he ended up making contact. Actually, it looks like oh no, yes. It looks like he kind of gets a little bit loose right here and then just out of nowhere. Is that Broadfoot right behind him? I think it was.
That is
Ends
Brandon
up tagging
Broadfoot.
him right there. And then, oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Woo.
Oh, where to go for the 80? It was at the 83, I believe, that slammed into
Van
him.
Rada. Yep.
Yeah. Aaron Van Rattle. Wow. So that is why we're under the caution. We're going to take a break. We'll fast forward. We'll get ready for a restart when we come back from Texas. This is iRacing on, of course, the NASRA 360 Racing Network of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series from Texas.
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
All right, and we're back here at Texas. It's kind of waiting to hear where Wesley was at. He may have had to ease out, maybe go get him a glass of Southern sweet tea, get iced up, and get ready to rock and roll back for a restart here. Jonathan Cofield sitting in the lead. What we're seeing looks like the top three did not make a pit stop off of that last one. Not real sure why they wouldn't have, but anyway, Cofield, Hendrickson, Tribune, the top three, Blanchard, Stires, that's the top five, LaBeouf, Newton, Tiffany, Harris, and Peacock, the top 10. As we get ready for a restart, green flag is in the air. Barty waving the hell out of that flag. And Cofield's going to see if he can gas up and do exactly what he did right there at the start of the race, which is get about a 5-second lead and just put a good old-fashioned Texas Motor Speedway whooping on the field. Ooh. Oh, we got a slipper. We got a slider. Oh, man. Obviously, that's going to be a caution, just so y'all know. So we'll back it up a little bit, kind of see what happens. It looks like it's Stires. I think Stires might have got loose off turn 4, and everybody else is just trying to see if they can dodge him, get around him. And then from there on, it's game over. Watch Stires right here. Got Adam Newton up top. Peacock right here. Peacock never touched him. Never touched him. But Stires gets loose. Everybody tries to get by. Haney almost ends up tagging him. Actually, Haney might have got him. Haney might have got him. Richards ends up getting into Haney. And Newbert up top trying to get around it. Page is there. He gets involved. Stires, the one that initiated every bit of that, has no damage whatsoever. That is normal for iRacing right there. The guy that always causes it, he always gets away scot-free, Dean.
Yes, exactly. We've lost Wesley there for a second, but I'll step in and help you out there for a second. Jacob, a minute, a second, whatever it is at the point, but that's exactly what you just saw. A little bit of a slow car caught everybody kind of napping there, mate, and That's all she wrote. Jeffrey Johnson, Aaron in pit road, Timothy Hammond in pit road as well too. 3 drivers are a lap down. Lucas Lyons, Justin White, Brian Chu, Chris Cinnamon. Keith is heading into pit road right now there, Jacob. So Keith Haney, if he got a little bit of damage on that truck or not, sure. But Caulfield's still in the lead in Glass Mechanics Stage 2.
Absolutely. Looks like he's going to be holding on to the lead, and we'll go all the way to lap 70. We'll get the caution at 70. And remember, folks, we've talked about this a couple of times. We've done it in the NASRA Cup Series, and now they have transitioned it into the Monday night series and obviously in the Friday night series as well. And it's not that if they throw a caution at, like, say, 2 or 3 laps from that, then there's your stage break. No, it's whatever lap that is. That's what your stage break is going to be. That's where it's at. And Wesley, I believe we got Wesley back.
I am back. Sorry, we have hair in the sink.
You have what?
I have no comment.
Oh, we have.
That's a first.
we have plumbing issues, is what I was trying to say. There's a lot of hair in the sink, so the drains are clogged. Does that sound better? There we go.
A little bit. A little bit.
They call the sink the water closet? Really? Oh, wow. Oh, anyhow, we had a caution, didn't we? Did we have another caution, Jacob? Another yellow flag come out? So,
yeah, it's all Joey Steyer's fault. All Joey Steyer's fault. No, I'm just kidding. He's gonna send me a message later on tonight, and he's gonna be like, "Really? You try this and see if you can do it any better." Well, hey, yeah, look, I'm trying. He could, yeah, oh yeah. He can make fun of me right here in a little while when I wreck at Darlington. It'll be fine. Oh boy.
So we're under the yellow flag, everybody. We're just kind of going as quickly as we can, fast as we can, speeding. Yeah, we can. Speeding all day long. Speeding all. I mean, can you go faster, Jacob? Oh, well, Dean, we're getting ready to go to a restart. The lights are off for the pace truck. Jonathan Cofield and Lyons, Hendrickson, Blanchard, Cherry are all winners of the season. And the push to the top 20, Jacob, continues, and it is still wide open, man. Look at that gap. I mean, from 63 to a tie for 19th and 20th. Any of these guys can make it. I mean, and there's only 18 points out of the cutoff line for, the top 25.
Yeah, and a couple of those guys on the outside looking in, like Cole Larson, Justin Lumpkin, Tom Lester, just to name a few. Keith Haney there as well, could easily slide themselves up. We're still got a long way to go in the season, though, Wesley.
Back on their way as we are in Glass Mechanics stage number 2 here at the Murph's Magical Creations 225. Back on their way in the green flag. And this will take us all the way to lap number 70. Look at them, 3 wide. Whoa, baby. Hold on there, Brady LaBeouf. And falling back is Taylor Peacock.
Yeah, it looked like Peacock might have chickened out right there just a little bit with LaBeouf up on the top side of Maurer. Down on the bottom side, Peacock might have thought, let's just race another day and at least just try to make it to another turn, I guess you could say. Let them slide right on by. Blanchard still holding on. Harris sitting up in second. Newton third. LaBeouf has been able to make that run on the outside and shoot around, go to fourth. Maurer goes to fifth. Peacock, though, granted, he slipped back, but not too much. I mean, he's sitting back in the 6th spot. And Justin Lumpkin right here in the 18, one of those guys on the outside as far as points goes right now, Wesley. On the outside looking in is, whoa, boy, big stack up. We got a caution somewhere on the Speedway.
Another yellow flag is out.
Caution.
Well, it looks like it's the 23 truck that's crashed in turn number 4, guys. Truck number 23 that's crashed, and it's Joey Steyer's. Oh, no.
Well, he can't give me crap later.
7th, currently 31st, and here's a replay of what happened. Remember, everybody, this broadcast is delayed. So we're going back, and then we're going to fast forward after the caution. This is the third one of the race. Look at this. And that's Joshua Suss. Joshua Suss sideways, and then the 7 of Kerry Tribune hits the left rear of Stires and turned him in the 24 degrees of banking in the diamond of the corner. And Stires hard into the wall there, Jacob.
And that, folks, is what we call a bulldozer move right there. Literally, Kerry Tribune bulldozed his way through there. Probably on freshies, but he just sends it right there through 3 and 4, gets Suss, and then after that, ends up getting Joey Stires. So we might can go ahead and ring the bell on that one. I think, I think we could go ahead. Why not? We haven't done it in quite some time. If I can find the soundbite, if I can find it, I got a feeling, yes.
We got beef right here.
Yes, we do. I think there may be some beef right there at all that. I'm sure they might have worked it out since then. But there you see Kerry Tribune going down pit road. He might have got penalized for that.
Caution out. Man, oh man, look at this. And there's the upcoming schedule. Texas tonight. Obviously, we're racing it. And then we go to Iowa. And we're not done from there, obviously. Then we push all the way towards the road to the playoffs. Actually, the All-Star race coming up in a few weeks. That'll be at Charlotte on March 24th. That's always a special race there, Jacob, because it's a special format. And if you remember, they done it last year. They're doing it again this year. Points race at the All-Star race this year in Charlotte.
Yep, absolutely. I remember that from last season when we were racing. Obviously, it was an all-star invite. Matter of fact, last season, if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there on the live chat, one of y'all, it was at Martinsville last year, or last season was for that all-star race.
And here they come back to green flag, ladies and gentlemen. We are in fast forward mode. 100 laps to go here at the Murph's Magical Creations 225. We're about 17 laps away to the end of Glass Mechanics Stage 2, and it has been all Jonathan Cofield. Not now, though. Blanchard up in front is the new leader. They work the 3.
Harris gets tagged. Maurer sending it into Harris, but he's able to hold on to it. Harris got knocked out of the way, much like the bulldozer move that Kerry Tribune just pulled, but nobody went completely around. Race director TJ Moore says we're going to keep it green right here. Harris is going to come out on the short end of the stick off of that.
My goodness, watch this. As again, the 87. As we see now, Stephen Thomas set his sights on Matt Cherry. By the way, we talked about, obviously, Iowa next week, and then the All-Star race in Charlotte, and then Phoenix Raceway. And then remember, Jacob, we're going to have that Dash for Cash races again. Talladega, Chicago, the street race at Chicago. Yes, it's on the schedule. Pocono and Bristol. And those will be the final 4 races in the Dash for Cash to also determine the playoffs that begin in May.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool right there. And, and the cool thing about those Dash for Cash races, folks, is that it is the front 4 finishers. That's how they started out with the Dash for Cash. You get the front 4 finishers from this. So say for this race right here, if it finished this way, Blanchard, Newton, Maurer, Peacock, they would be the front 4 for next week. You got to finish in the top 4 to have a shot for the Dash for Cash. And if you get to that point, whoever finishes ahead of the other one, they end up getting a little bit of extra cash. And there is a possibility, though, Wesley Outland, to where you could quite possibly end up winning all 4 of those races and getting you a little bit of extra cash out of it.
A little Dash for Cash, a little extra money to go in your pocket, and the bragging rights to the push to the playoffs in Season 5 of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. By the way, I did talk to Cody. Jacob did as well the other day. Cody Knott will be working on all the details soon for, Season 4 of the NASRA Blanchard's Towing Xfinity Series. That'll be fun on Tuesday night, Jacob.
Absolutely. Cannot wait to get that back going. But I'll tell you this right here. Check this out back here. Big battle back here with Colton Hogan down on the inside. Clips the white line a little bit. Slides up. Maurer up there on the top side actually probably saw that or maybe even felt it. One way or another, he drifted up a little bit, tried to make sure Hogan didn't come up and get into him. Here comes Cherry around on the outside lane. Big sim by the 54, and Matt Cherry will send it on the outside lane. Gets a little twofer the wrong way right there for Colton Hogan.
And trying to do the right thing and keep doing it the wrong way. Right now, watching him work off 4, coming to the stripe. Brady LaBeouf, he's in 5th. There's a gaggle of traffic behind them, led by Maurer and Cherry and Hogan and Thomas. It sounds like a law firm. They're right there, single file as they work their way again to the back straightaway.
And a lot of them basically keeping it single file, keeping it right on the bottom of the racetrack. A couple of them may try to jump up and run the middle. There you see Cherry looked like he was going to try to run the middle just a little bit. LaBeouf actually running a little bit in the middle as well. But eventually, they will end up running all the way up there on the top side. You see a couple of drivers up there. I believe that was Adam Newbert. We saw just for a split second running up about the middle lane. And even right there, Peacock just a little bit higher. That's one thing about this track right here that I love so much that for some reason or other I just cannot figure it out and save my damn life. So many multiple grooves. There's LaBeouf riding it up on the top side, trying to get the run, coming off of the corner to see if he can try to run down Justin Lumpkin. That's one thing I wish that they would have just left Texas alone. Just repave it, do whatever you got to do, but leave it like this right here, because this right here, this version of Texas always produces some of the best racing.
On board, Brady LaBeouf, Season 3 champion for the NASCAR DSR Electric Truck Series, working his way off the corner. By the way, don't forget, coming up later tonight, as soon as this race on delay is concluded, join Dean Hopton and myself for the continuation of the playoffs in the NASCAR Cup Series, presented by TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups. Tonight, we're at Darlington and the Gen 4 car. And by the way, in probably about 40 minutes' time, Jacob Reeves will actually have to leave the broadcast to get acclimated with the Gen 4 car. And obviously, it's been a while since Jacob's race, so he's got to, get back into that groove again.
Yeah, it'll be a miracle if I actually finish the race, to be honest with you. I got a couple of cold ones sitting over in the icebox getting ready for that bad boy. So if I end up finishing on the podium, I don't know if I might want to get an interview. I may have a little bit of a buzz right now. As Hogan looking like he's driving buzzed right there, coming off 4. A little bit sideways right there. Cherry got sideways as well. Thomas don't care. He's trying to make them both get sideways and get him a spot. And check it out on that top side. Robbie Richards, Gastonia, North Carolina, number 48, Home Depot on the hood. He's trying to make something happen on that outside.
And Jacob, did I see the news from the boss, Brady LaBeouf, Thursday night, soft opening, ARCA, 12-ring schedule about to come back again. ARCA returning to NASCAR. That's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll be awesome right there. And I would assume it's going to be with the brand new ARCA build, or the brand new ARCA cars that had just been released this week. So that'll be something pretty cool to check out right there. Little kind of a little teaser, and obviously I would think a good possibility it will actually expand, which is something very cool, honestly, if I can, Wesley, is that with NASCAR right here, you literally get everything you want right here with all the stock car racing. You got the trucks, you got the Xfinity, you got 3 generations of Cup cars, and now you get the ARCA cars. You get it all.
So Brady LaBeouf just chimed in and he said Thursdays will be developed the first 12 weeks. And then there will be a season 1 that will kick off after that. I don't know what that means. I guess ARCA will run 12 weeks as a developer program. And then from there, it will build their talent roster to a full season, I guess, is what I'm kind of catching on to. Nonetheless, Stephen Thomas behind the back of Maurer. This is for 7th, 8th, and 9th. All this going on, a couple of DSR Electric Highline racing buddies going at it down on the inside. There's the 5 of Colton Hogan off 2.
Woo, boy, Thomas getting loose right there, coming off of 2. Maurer up top, tries to get off of the wall, almost comes down, gets into Hogan. Right in front of him, Cherry, LaBeouf, they're battling it out right there for that 5th spot. Maurer still holding it down on the top side. Thomas almost comes up, smacks the wall. Richards almost gets into the grass. Son, these boys are racing like they're going for the win on the last lap. They're thinking it's 152 and it's only 69. Great number, by the way. But, I mean, these guys are going at it right now.
Up high, Brady LaBeouf. He's got Maurer on the outside. Down the inside, Hogan and Richardson. Look out, Hogan drifts up in front of Brady. Brady sideways and he spins. The season champion goes around. Brady LaBeouf pirouettes 360s, goes through the spin cycle, coming out clean on the other side with no damage on the 24. Flush it out, though. Wow. How in the world did everybody miss Brady LaBeouf? You could see that happen a mile away when Colton Hogan shot up the racetrack. And then Maurer right between Thomas goes LaBeouf. A little damage on the left rear. And LaBeouf goes spinning, pirouetting. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. And in reverse. Caution out.
I'm kind of curious to see if maybe there was contact that got LaBeouf sent around right there from Maurer, or if LaBeouf just hit a bad spot right there coming off 4. I've talked about 4 being kind of rough right here. I'm kind of curious just to see if Maurer did make contact. No, he was already loose. He was already snapping loose, and Maurer, you saw it right there. He was just snapping a little bit, and then you could actually see from that angle, you could actually see the contact that Maurer hits him in the back end and already sends him around. So LaBeouf was already sideways before Maurer even got to it.
And I think it happened when the 5 of Hogan was in trouble. By the way, here's a quick reminder. New NASRA rules on the committee has decided that whatever lap the stage is on, that is the stage break. So we need to slow it down a little bit here, Dean, because they're coming to the end of the stage right now. This is Glass Mechanic stage number 2 right here. And this is stage number 2. Chris Blanchard will be awarded Glass Mechanic stage 2 here at Texas. Remember, Jacob, and I love the idea. Remember in the past, they would say if there's a caution 3 laps before or 5 laps before the end of the stage, then we'll consider it official. They don't do that no more. Whatever lap is the lap of the stage is what the stage will be, caution, green flag or not. And it just so happens that a lap later after the incident with Brady LaBeouf, this is the end of stage number 2.
Yeah, and Wesley, I agree with that rule 100% as a driver and also as a broadcaster at the same time, because, I mean, it takes out all the confusion, you know, because I've raced numerous times where you're sitting in the race and whatever, and you maybe be like 2 or 3 laps from it, and everybody's asking, is this stage? Is this stage? Because, you know, a lot of guys maybe want to pit. Some of them may be wanting to stay out to try to maybe get some extra stage points or whatever. So, I mean, you got a black and white rule right there. It is clear, cut, and dry. So I love that rule. You know, there's a couple times I wish it would have already been implemented. I could have got some stage points out of some of those races, but it's awesome to see that it is clear cut and it is there black and white, and that's exactly how it needs to be.
And there is a carnival of trucks in their kaleidoscope of colors coming down pit lane. 4 tires and Freshlies, as my buddy Jacob calls it. And, of course, topping off with some liquid fuel and getting back out there. We're ready for stage number 3. Understanding Kaufman stayed out. James Kaufman now being credited as the new leader. We take a break. When we come back, stage 3, Texas. When we return, this is the late broadcast coverage of the Murph's Magical Creations 225 on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Stay with us.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations, home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's magical creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
We going into fast forward mode, and we're talking 100 miles an hour as the lights are off for the pace truck, and we're getting ready to bring the field back around to the Geico restart zone. We're going to come back to the green flag, and ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go into stage number 3 of the Murph's Magical Creations 225. Jacob Reeves on Wesley Outland, Beaglestein Hoptum on production, and finally, we will get ready to see the pace truck come back down onto the pit lane. And stage number 3, Jacob, about to get underway. How cool was that?
You could sell cattle at a cattle auction, honestly, Wesley. You could pull that off 9 ways to Sunday. I'm not even going to try it.
And we're back underway, and they're off here in Texas for the 3rd and final stage, ladies and gentlemen. Just about 77 laps to go.
We'll see how this pays off right here for James Kaufman as he elected to stay out. Will he be able to get him a lap under green? Does not look like it. Adam Newton gonna eat him alive, just like you eating cattle, literally. I mean, that's what it's looking like right here. Adam Newton down to the inside. Blanchard, big run. Newton, I have the lead, but will he get it at the line?
And look at that massive cloud cover. Yeah, there you go. We got beef. You know what? Everything sounds bigger in Texas, and the beef is bigger in Texas, right, Jacob? Like, seriously. You know they got beef in Texas.
Oh yeah, baby. That's the best kind of beef that you can get right there in the great state of Texas and the Lone Star State. And yeah, everything is bigger in Texas, just like these big packs of trucks right now, running through 3 and 4 right now. Check them out, everybody right here. Everybody trying to get around Kaufman. Kaufman, remember, stayed out. Everybody trying to figure out a way to get around this 25.
It feels like it's nighttime, and it's only approaching 1 p.m. Eastern. Texas. Look at that. I mean, it looked like it was literally, you could put lights on down the back straightaway. As all the while, Blanchard in the lead, Newton second. Look at these guys stacked up like sardines working off the corner. That's Bruce and Parks while we watch Cherry and Peacock battle. Richards and Hogan. Lumpkin now in the mix again. Good to see Justin Lumpkin back making a full-time run after obviously the passing of his mother. Obviously, that was a sad way to end the season. We had a race in, obviously, her memory. And good to see Lumpkin continuing to run now with the series on Monday night. Nonetheless, there goes Hogan. Remember what happened, Jacob, the last time Hogan got loose? He calls Brady to go around.
Yeah, and I don't even see Brady LaBeouf even nowhere around him. Maybe there's a reason why. It's now Hogan. Very, very aggressive right here with Robbie Richards. Richards tries to come down. Hogan tried to get there.
Wow.
He just straight up sends it, sticks his nose in there where it does not belong. Here comes Harris on the outside. Harris going to try to capitalize and get it on the outside. Richards trying to come down, fill that hole, not able to do it. Hogan is there. Peacock going to try to put the block on him as well. And now Richards gets up in the fence. Hogan's going to go. Harris and also lines to follow.
Wow. In the words of Brian Johnson from AC/DC, giving the dog a bone for Hogan. He was fighting and clawing for that spot down to the inside and would not be denied. Now Lyons, the Daytona winner. Look at him staying in position. Matter of fact, Jacob, if you think of it, the last time we did a delayed broadcast, Lucas Lyons was in the booth. He won it, remember?
Yes, he did. Yes, he absolutely did. And, that was kind of a shocker how that ended up working out. I think he actually did that just to rub it in, to be honest with you.
We didn't know.
There's a possibility, delayed races, there's a possibility Lucas Lyons up here in the mix in the 7th spot. He could have something to say about this and maybe get up here and possibly win this race right here, have it 2 for 2 on the delayed broadcast. He's got to go through Colton Hogan first. Hogan been very, very aggressive, as now Lyons is going to be able to get past Taylor Peacock.
Matt Cherry in third. Keep an eye on the 54. As Lyons battles Hogan on the inside. He's got that inside lane. Will he make it stick? He will. No, he will not. Lyons got a reset battle back. Side by side, Jacob, as they work into the corner, and Haney's watching on again.
Yeah, I mean, big.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
That's
yeah,
Harris.
I mean,
That's Harris.
Yeah, Harris just sitting back there kind of just waiting to see kind of what's going to happen right here. As now we're seeing right there, Hogan comes down, able to clear himself, jump down in front of Lucas Lyons. He's going to try to set his sights on Matt Cherry. Harris sitting right there behind him. Right behind him, Peacock, Lumpkin, Thomas, Maurer, the rest of the top 10. As everybody still trying to chase Chris Blanchard, but I'll say this, he's getting a little bit of company up there. Newton about 2/10 back on Blanchard as we still watch the battle for third.
Don't forget, coming up about an hour's time from now, join us for coverage on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Again, after Texas, we are live with a live broadcast with the playoffs in the NASRA TLC Incorporated Cup Series presented by Premier Racing Setups. It will be at the Lady in Black Darlington, and we'll have it for you next. Blanchard in the lead, followed by Newton. That's 1 and 2. Cherry third. As these drivers work their way around the racetrack, another lap on the board.
Blanchard's still looking pretty good right now, able to hold Newton off the best that he possibly can. Big old gaggle back there for the third spot. I mean, literally, Cherry's just trying to do all he can to hold Colton Hogan off and also hold off Harris, hold off Lyons, Peacock and them not too far back as well. Front two is basically separating themselves from the rest of the field, and then right after that, you got the field, literally two all by themselves, the rest of them all in a line that you see right there going through 3 and 4. Most of them on the bottom. I saw 1 or 2 up there on the top side trying to get that outside to start kicking up and get it to work. But mostly everybody on the bottom. The only one that looks like he's kind of running the top is Tyler Goodwin. Goes from the top, comes down, and tries to diamond it. I wouldn't really think you would do that on a 1.5 miles, but it's working out for old Tyler Goodwin. He's up there in the 14th spot.
Yeah, very true. Keep an eye on him. Cofield showing momentum, trying to get back into the crack of the top 10. And what perfect time to do as well. 65 to go here at No Limits, Texas. He's Jacob Reeves. I'm Wesley Outland. Finkelstein hopped it better late than never. And we welcome you to our coverage of the next round of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series from Texas on Monday. This is a delayed broadcast. However, we're calling it live. So if you want to interact with us in the chat box, you're more than welcome to. Jimmy Coker and Company. You got a fan. You got a fan there, Jacob.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Awesome. For fans, for me, fans for the NASRA 360 Racing Network. It's awesome to have all the fans. I'll say this: Peacock might not be a big old fan right now of Andrew Harris. Just straight up shoved him going into turn 3. Not necessarily the kind of bump drafting that you want to have here at this particular version of of 1.5 miles. Obviously at New Atlanta you would love it, but not here. You don't want that bump drafting going into turn 3. It will screw your world up 9 ways to Sunday.
No, you're exactly right. You don't want to do that. Blanchard, Newton, Cherry, Hogan, Lyons, top 5 right now as it stands. As we work lap number 90 of 152. The Murph's Magical Creations 225. We're going to go side by side to thank Murph's Magical Creations. We'll go side by side. We'll stay with you while the racing rolls on. And keep an eye on Cofield fighting to get into the top 10. All this going on into turn 3. He's on the inside.
Yeah, he dives it down to the inside. Obviously, Murph's Magical Creations. Honestly, Wesley, real quick. I mean, there has been circulation over the name of the unicorn. Any of you out there on live chat want to throw a name out there? Make it age appropriate. Let's not get crazy here, but throw out a name for the unicorn for Murph's Magical Creations. I heard they was trying to find a name for that unicorn, but great to have Murph as a great sponsor here with NASRA and everything. Still thinking about trying to get a time to get him on the, on DVD, which would be pretty cool to have him on right here. But check it out, Richards, Maurer, they're kind of slugging it out right here as they go into turn one.
Keep an eye on them. Named, you get a chance to name the fabled cigar smoking unicorn of NASRA. Brady LaBeouf says Buck. Cody says Archer.
I was thinking Murphy, but it's a little bit too far. Oh, boy.
You can't say Murphy. It's Murph's Magical Creations. You can't say Murph.
Murphy.
By the way, battle for the lead. Back straight away. Blanchard and Newton, they want to be called the new unicorn names. They're right now fighting for the lead in the 3 and 4.
Yeah, and Adam Newton, he's actually had a little bit of that power of the, the Magical Unicorn when he was racing with Blue Line Racing on the Friday night series. Obviously he raced the number 19 and had Murphs on his truck, and there was a bunch of times where he had Murphs on the hood of it and he ended up winning the race. So he ain't got it on there this time, but I'm sure he's still got the pride of the unicorn right there in his heart. As he's going to use that pride going into 3, he's going to try to take the lead from Blanchard.
Blanchard, Newton, side by side. And now Blanchard going back to the lead. Fighting off Newton. There goes the Bulldog, Adam Newton. Whoa! Look out!
Oh.
Cofield into the wall on the bottom of the racetrack. Big damage on the Alabama number 58. And Hogan up high. How much damage does the 5 have? Caution is not out.
I'm sure it was coming out one way or another right there.
Caution or not, guys. Hang on.
See Hogan try to slide up right there. He gets loose right there, tries to overcorrect it, comes down, sends it straight into Cofield, which is kind of ironic because right at the time that wreck happened, right before it happened, Dean Hopton was in our ears saying, Cofield's making some pretty good gains. Well,
what a save by Hogan.
That one. Good job, Dean.
Look at Hogan, guys. Watch Hogan here. Put it back in play. Thomas on his outside. Watch the 5. He was wicked loose. Got into Cofield. Watch him sideways, and he saves the 5. Look at that after hitting the wall. He hit the wall, but he saved it.
It could have been
Did it draw a caution, though? That's the question. Did it draw a caution?
I believe it did.
It did draw a caution. We're on a yellow flag. There you go.
I guess that's kind of what happens, I guess, when you end up getting back there with the squirrels, as Keith Bradley would say. Nothing against anybody, but, that's usually what Keith Bradley, the animal, would say in those particular instances.
Caution out. Man.
And one thing I just saw on our end as far as timing and scoring goes, think about who was one lap down, who gets the lucky dog out of that. It's Brady LaBeouf. LaBeouf gets the lucky dog after having that spin with Maurer, end up having that little bit of damage. He went one lap down. He's able to get back on the lead lap right here. So LaBeouf may have a little bit of second life right here in these last 50 laps.
Blanchard and Newton, and we'll get ready to go back for a restart. This one is not over yet. We go to lap number 150. 150, I think it's 150 or 152. Nonetheless, I think it's lap one, unless we go into overtime. We might be looking at overtime. That might be why the number is 152. Nonetheless, we're coming to a restart here, coming to the line. Pace truck is in, ready to settle it here. Back underway with 51 laps to go here at Texas. The Murph's Magical Creations 225 nears the final 50 laps to decide it here, Jacob.
Yeah, and obviously Blanchard, he's going to try to gas up and get gone. Those freshies try to get away. Newton going to try to see if he can find a way up here as well. Lyons very aggressive on the back end of the Noah Blackwell on Trading Paints. I guess right there on the back end of that number 54 Chevy. Lyons very aggressive for this third spot.
Working into turn number 1 and 2, back straight away. Blanchard in the lead. We race on. Blanchard and Newton. And followed by Cherry, Lyons, and Thomas, your top 5. There goes Thomas inside the Lyons. They battle now. This is for 4th off 4.
Yeah, Lyons, he got a little bit loose right there coming off 4. That's going to open the door for Thomas. Thomas jumps down to the inside lane. And also Cofield, rather that Lyons, got Cofield all over the truck. But Lyons shoots up the hill. Here comes Thomas down on the inside. Not able to clear him. Lyons is going to get a run. May open the door for Kerry Tribune. Also may open the door for Justin Lumpkin to get a run up on that outside. Lyons, high side, tickler style up through 3 and 4. Trying to get the run. Thomas holds it on the bottom, and Tribune may be looking 3 wide. Looks like the caution lights is on.
Another caution, guys. Looks like we got a big stack up. I think the, oh man, I can't tell. Is it the 51, the 46 trying to pull away? The 51 and the 46, I think, got into it. Brian Chu and we don't know what happened.
Debris caution, I guess. Oh,
wait a minute. There it is. Oh, wow. Robert Richards, Justin White. There it is. Seeking you shall find. Coming off 4. Wow, what a stack up there.
I'm not sure if Richards got loose or Justin White come up and got into him. Not 100% on that. But I'm gonna give Justin White, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say Richards gets loose right here. Let's see what happens. Richards, yeah, he got loose. So, all right, so I ain't got to worry about getting penalized later on the night in the NASRA Cup Series by race director Justin White. So I should be good. But there you see it right there. Watch this. Bam! Bo Tiffany. Woo! Nowhere for him to go. T-bones Robbie Richards. Richards goes down in the grass. Justin White down there as well. Mud and everything flopping all over the racetrack.
Another look at it again as multiple trucks involved in that accident. And we'll fast forward here and get ready to try to go back for a restart here. So let's try to fast forward as we're going to start talking 100 miles an hour again. And everybody's going to try to catch a pace truck. And we're going to get side by side and get door to door. And there goes Chris Blanchard, started 11th. And now he's in the lead. And he's going to catch the pace truck. And look out, Peter, the pace truck driver. It's now going to, of course, prepare to watch the field. That's Frank. Is that what you said? That's Frank? I thought it was Peter. I thought it was Peter, the pace truck driver, and Barney, the flagman. Some drivers are on pit road. Blanchard, Newton, Cherry, Thomas, Lyons, top 5. And Jacob, I got a feeling this race is going to get really, really interesting here with under 50 laps to go. Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously it will, because everybody's going to be trying to get them a win and lock themselves into the playoffs. Some guys maybe wanting to try to get another win that, if they've already got one, get them another win and go ahead and lock themselves in, just to get more playoff points. Go ahead and pad that lead, which a lot of guys may be thinking about that. Some may not be thinking about that, but others may be thinking, I want to pad that lead. I already got me a win. Let's get some more playoff points and see if I can secure myself to have a better spot. But, Wesley, we've talked about this. Brand new playoff system going to be going into play right here, starting for this season right here. So playoff points might not matter as much.
That's right. New playoff system to determine who's going to the championship race. And we're coming back to green on lap 106. 46 to go here at Texas.
Blanchard's
Great launch. Blanchard, great launch on the restart. Look out, though, Thomas. Got company. Lions really loose off 2, heading to 3 there, Jacob.
Yeah, big time sideways all the way around, all the way from Cherry, all the way back to Tribune. And Lyons and Thomas stuck right in the middle of that sandwich. Thomas up top. And then also you got Lyons down on the bottom side. They doorbang going through the quad oval. Lyons still on the bottom. Thomas still up top. Cherry right in front of him. Tribune just hoping he doesn't get took out in the whole process. Justin Lumpkin, Maurer, Newbert, and Cole Larson, the drivers right all in that mix. All of them are vying for that 3rd to 4th spot, as now Lyons is going to shoot out ahead. He's going to get in front of Kerry Tribune. Still sliding.
Look out,
Just looking in the back.
Page crashing. Page goes around. There's another number of trucks really loose there going to 3. There it is. Oh, boy. Is that Kaufman in 25? It is James Kaufman, and we go under the yellow flag. Kaufman's in the yellow 25. Right there, guy. Kaufman in the 25. And then there it is again. And, oh, no, look at Brian Chu with a great move for Mr. Restrictor Plate to miss it. Watch this again. Is that Harris on the inside there, Jacob? I believe it is.
I believe it is.
There it is.
Looks like Harris gets into Kaufman, sends him straight up the hill, sends him straight up into Page. All of them end up going around, and then Page just bounces right off the wall, just trying to get off the wall, comes down, gets into Kaufman, ends up sending him around. But all that started right there with Andrew Harris sending it on the bottom side. It just gets into Kaufman, sends him straight up the hill, and then it was chaos from there.
Another Surf Pro caution. We'll take a break, and we'll come back for the restart when we come back from Texas, as we're trying to speed things up to get you ready for the finish of this one and the NASRA Cup Series live later tonight.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Back here at Texas Motor Speedway, lap number 111 about to come up on the board with 110 complete. 40 laps to go, and Jacob Reeves has had to leave the broadcast booth. Dean Hopton, Biggles in the house, carrying you the rest of the way, my friend. And Blanchard, Newton, Thomas, they're going to go at it again on the restart in one.
That's right, Wesley. We'll be carrying you guys for the next couple hours, of course, because we have the Cup Series coming up after this one. So bear with us, gentlemen. We probably won't be reviewing these cautions if we have any more cautions for over and over again, unfortunately. But we will try to capture the action as quickly as possible, and we'll determine who will be the race winner here this evening. Chris Blanchard, the lead from Newton and Thomas.
And right now, Chris Blanchard is the driver that's leading the way in that number 9 Toyota. 6 Toyotas in the top 10, 4 Chevrolets the rest of the way
we
as
have another
well.
caution that the Wesley.
Oh, and another yellow flag.
I don't quite sure who that is, unfortunately. Doesn't look like much, but...
By the way, don't forget the Concerns of Police Survivors 200 from Darlington in about a half hour from now. Make sure you join us on the NASRA 360 Racing Network as we do have a caution on the racetrack.
Yeah, if anybody in the chat might know, but for now, we might just skip past that one.
Looks like Stephen Page might have crashed right there, Dean. Let's just go ahead and fast forward it, man, and get right back for the restart as we're trying to get back into quick mode and get this race back going again. What'd you say? There's a way you can click the laps ahead?
I've just skipped a lap. Yep, I just realized I can do that. So
there we go.
I mean, we're live broadcasters. We don't usually just skip through stuff, as you are aware.
Yeah, I'd skip it again. Coming back to green. Yep. We don't need to waste a lap under caution.
Yep, here we go.
Here they come, back underway. We're racing again. We got to get this race finished, folks. We got 30 minutes until our other Cup Series race. Blanchard in the lead, Newton in second, followed by Thomas and Newbert. I feel like, Dean, I'm doing a MAV TV or a voiceover for network TV like I used to do, right? Where basically they just click a button, and we go right back to a restart. We show the accident, go right back for a restart. Whoa, speaking of almost a wreck, Maurer, LaBeouf, Cole Larson watching on. This happens in one, Dean.
Yeah, it's getting antsy up here at the moment. You'd think that they're racing with 5 to go, but they're not at the moment. They're all just going for a 2 for now as they're back up at full speed. Temperature in those tyres. How about Newbert, my friend, too? What a solid performance he's done. 36 places gained. Stephen Thomas is up 34, running in P3. And guess who's back? And back again.
Who's back?
Brady, after having an accident earlier. The boss man's on a rampage here. Currently up P5.
And by the way, the inaugural series champion of the NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series is Adam Newbert from Toccoa, Georgia, as you just mentioned. And he has worked his way in the top 10 as well. Good to see him back after taking a year off last year with the series. It's Harris now, the leader. And you're on board with the tailgate of the 87. Behind them, look at this battle going on. LaBeouf going after Newton and Blanchard for that spot.
I see why he's so fast. And we have a
caution.
Yeah, I see why he's so fast, actually, because I was just looking at the pit stops there for a second, and they were on fresher boots. So
there's a caution for Cofield, Maurer, the 38 of Ross, the 27 of Smith, and the 33 of Johnson on the front straightaway. If you wanted to try to catch it for a replay real quickly, Jacob. Dean. I'm sorry, Dean.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, here it is. Good call. Good catch there. Wes, it's not easy to do when you're...
there it is, right now. Check it out.
Oh.
Boom. We'll show it one time, and then we're going to get right back into race mode, folks.
Yeah.
That's Adam Ross in the 38 truck. Yeah, Chad Ross in the 38.
Yep. Go back to Chad Ross real quick there, because that's kind of where
Maurer, there they are, all right there. We'll show it one more time. Watch this one more time.
I think it's up the road from them.
At 118 of 150. Look at this.
So it gets into the 971.
That's Nate Maurer. There's the 13 in the middle. Goodwin. Oh, boy. There it is. There's the accident. And now we fast forward a couple of laps ahead. Because
magic.
Dean's finished it out now.
Boom,
Keep going. Another lap. And another lap.
Magic. Let's go.
And we're back to green on lap number 121. Ready to settle it here with 30 to go. Next time by in Texas.
I'll tell you what. I got a sneaking suspicion that the way these guys are driving 2 for now, throw a blanket over them. If there's going to be a wreck, my friend, it may be up around here. I hope not, but the way they're driving, absolutely amazing. These guys are just centaurians on this racetrack. They to drive at that sort of level, a little loosey-goosey. Some of these drivers have been in lap 104. Tell you what, for Joshua Suss, 97 was the last time he went down pit road, so he's doing a solid job. Let's see if he can hold on to it.
You know, Dean, you're spoiling me with this whole skip a lap, skip a lap, skip a lap. I wish we'd done it live with the Cup Series is next at Darlington.
Well, we
nonetheless, Terry Tribune.
I'm in the future.
Very true, yes.
Oh, by the way,
Terry Tribune.
This was actually on my birthday, the 11th of March. So,
oh, happy birthday, buddy. Yeah. Happy birthday.
I'm getting older. So
I'll give you a candle to blow out and say it, you know. Happy birthday. Yes.
Happy birthday to you.
So how old are you now? Are you really going to unveil that? You know?
A gentleman never 54? Reveals his age, but this is getting antsy.
I'm 41. I'm not afraid to tell my age.
I haven't cracked a half century yet, but I'm getting close.
So you haven't hit 50 yet, but you're 49.
Yes. How did you know that?
There you go. I'm just taking a guess. And when you said I haven't hit a half century yet, but I'm getting there, 49 is the closest. So look at Cherry and Harris side by side for the lead. Watching on his Lions. And Hogan right back there in the top 5 as well. Remember him smacking off the wall on the back stretch, and now he's right back in the dogfight again for the victory.
Oh, well, loosey-goosey from Harris there for a second. He is going to scrub some space there as Lucas Lyon sneaks the 53 through there. Here comes Colton Hogan, you mentioned. Big gainers on this race at the moment, the top field too. Matt Cherry up 30. Colton Hogan up 26. So you got to be always in it to win it, my friend. You know that anything can happen, especially in the great state of Texas. And so you're definitely not out, especially with 27 laps to go.
Terry up 30 spots to the lead, and there goes the scramble behind them.
Here comes the boss man.
For 5th, 6th, 7th. Look at Brady LaBeouf now, making a run. Got to be in it to win it, Jacob Dean Hopton. And with 25 to go. Oh, whoa. Look out. Back straightaway. They're crashing.
It's Newton.
Oh, no. Adam Newton, Chad Ross, Maurer, Stuss crashing. Caution out with 25 to go here in Texas.
Let's slow this down and have a look probably from the chopper cam. Maybe up the road there where you might see this. They get into each other there. Yep, there it is.
Wow.
It's Nate Maurer, isn't it? Yep, and then that's just unfortunate there for Adam Newton. He had nowhere to go as the cars are across the field. There's Eric Parks as well. Let's go back and have a quick little geezer at this one again. This is where it happens. 3 into 1 does not work.
Another look at it again. Multiple trucks involved in that incident there. Wow.
Yeah, we just caught that before I changed the camera, and everybody somehow manages to get through there. Wesley, but nothing changes at the sharp end of the shed as we're going to skip through under a caution again. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This is the Murph's Magical Creations 225. We get your thoughts out there for the name of the unicorn.
And we'll skip ahead, and we'll skip ahead, and we'll skip ahead, and we'll skip ahead, and we come back around, and we're back to green. 22 to go here in Texas. I love it. I don't care.
Hold my brisket.
I love it.
Hold my brisket, Wesley. We're going there.
I do. I love it. Dean got the gadgets. You're exactly right. Oh, baby, we gotta meet the 9 o'clock curfew, right? Because we got another race live at 9 o'clock. We can't waste no time.
Oh yeah, Justin White will be unhappy, and so will Bob. The TLC.
Yeah, and so will Brady and Cody.
And Jacob will too, because he's like, he wants to make sure that we get that 57 on the screen.
And another caution. I don't know what happened.
No.
Looks like Adam Newton and Jeffrey Johnson involved in an accident on the front straightaway. So the Bulldog, Adam Newton, Jeffrey Johnson. We'll show it to you real quickly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Newton
lost it in front of Cofield. Yeah, man, look at that. Tough break for the Bulldog, Adam Newton.
Just
All right, we skip ahead, and 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 we skip ahead, we skip ahead, and we skip ahead,
Here we go.
and we go back to green. 17 to go. I love it. Oh, this is awesome.
It'd be like fast forwarding through the ads when you're watching the Super Bowl.
You know what this reminds me of? The movie Click. Remember the movie Click
yes,
where the guy just hit the remote control?
Whoa!
Yes. Whoa.
Carlton.
That cherry
Getting a
loose.
huge
Sideways. Wow.
It's a fantastic battle up the front here at the moment. Matt Cherry still in the lead. 16 to go at the moment. Wouldn't it be fantastic for him to get a race win? Andrew Harris, Lucas Lyons. Bossman's back up P5. My friend Taylor Peacock's just behind him.
Just hit the remote control and click and click and click and skip the laps, and it flies by. 15 to go this time by. Ready for Matt Cherry. Leading the ball 4. Can he win? Look at this storm brewing behind them at the line.
Harris is getting a little loosey-goosey on that 87 as well, too. As you can see the rear end starting to slip out. It's very, very dangerous, of course, if you have some truck right next to your door. But he's okay. He absolutely banged it out of the corner so he could try to catch up to Matt Cherry, who's leading this race. But this is
Keep an eye on Brady LaBeouf.
Yes, sir.
Keep an eye on Brady LaBeouf for the 24 there, Dean. He is hungry. Got to run. He's got the Season 1 champion, the inaugural champion, Adam Newbert, right there with him. And they're setting their sights on
caution.
Hogan. And another caution is out. We've got an accident on the back straightaway. Kaufman, Page crashing.
Yep, Stephen Page.
The 13 of Kaufman and Page. Let's watch and see what happened here.
Ooh.
Or is it Goodwin, I believe, actually?
think
The
it's up the
13
road.
is Goodwin. Yeah, watch this. My apologies.
Oh, yeah.
It is the 13. Tyler Goodwin and Stephen Page. There it is. Wrecking up ahead. Look at the 25 also into the fence. That's Kaufman. It was Kaufman. See, I should never second guess myself there, Dean. Here it is again.
Nate Maurer as well. You're right.
Maurer, Cody, not so many trucks crashing. Wow. Luke Smith.
Cody is the one that provided us this fantastic replay as well.
Yeah,
too, so
one
I'm
more
sure-
angle of it, and we're gonna go back into click mode.
And there it is. I think they're all going to go post.
It's 8:40. You know, it's 8:40.
Yes, sir.
Watch it again.
Yep.
And they're crashing, and we're crashing, and now we click ahead, and we click ahead, and we click ahead, and we click ahead, and we click ahead.
Let's get
one
her.
more time, and we're back underway, but 11 to go.
Wesley's liking it like he's got the button in front of him. Well, look at a door bang a little bit further back. Brady LaBeouf really putting on a show here at the moment. It'd be good for the boss man to get himself a nice win here this evening if he can, but they've got to get past Matt Cherry, who's
Look at
defending
Cherry.
like crazy.
Blocking 4 lanes deep from the bottom to the top. Matt Cherry holding off Lyons. Lyons right dead ahead on the back tailgate of the leader. To the line, 10 to go here in Texas.
I think Lyons trying to do everything he possibly can. Matt Cherry's making that 54 as wide as possible. So, you're not getting past me, mate. The only way is over, and you're going to have to jump because I'm not letting you pass.
Back straight away into 3.
Here we go.
Join us coming up next at the top of the hour. Coverage of the NASRA playoffs for the Cup Series presented by TLC Incorporated, and Premier Racing Setups is now under 10 to go. 9 remaining. Cherry, Lyons, he'll pull the trigger there, Dean, into 1, and Harris is way high up on the top shelf where Grandma hides the moonshine from Grandpa.
No, that's the bottom shelf, apparently, where the moonshine. The cookies are up the top shelf. Matt
Oh,
Cherry,
the cookies are on the top shelf. There you go.
He's standing on he's at the middle shelf
That's
at the moment.
correct.
He's almost reaching all the way up to the top. He's going, I can smell a victory here with 9 to go. He's in a great position there. Lucas Lyons throwing everything, the kitchen sink, the moonshine, the truck at Matt Cherry to try to get the job done. Brady LaBeouf, super fast to that 24, having to recover after an earlier incident, says, let's bring it, boys. Let's bring it.
Cherry, Lyons, LaBeouf, and Newbert, and Hogan, top 5, and they're all right there in a scramble. Working in the corner. Lyons now opens the door up top. Brady LaBeouf going for second, side by side with 8. to go. Now make it 7 to go at the line.
And how about Adam, just in the background there, lurking in the background. Biggest gainer so far of this race, 37 places. We had about a 42 stack field, so you can practically done and dusted just about everybody if you get a nice race victory here or a podium. Matt Cherry still making that car as wide as possible. He's very defensive here this evening. He says, I want to win this one. I'm determined to win this one. And with 7 to go, he's looking to win this one.
And don't forget, next Monday night for St. Paddy's Day, we're going to be at Iowa Speedway, the All-Star race in 2 weeks for the NASCAR DSR Electric Truck Series. And then after that, it is another race in Phoenix, followed by the Dash for Cash onto the playoffs. Trouble, back straightaway, we're wrecking.
Andrew Harris. Oh, fuck. That's
Harris, big crash. He's in reverse of the back straightaway. And this will draw another Surf Pro caution. Him and Kerry Tribune going at it, fighting for the last piece of chicken on the dinner table. Contact, White, into the 87 as he bicycled the rear end tires.
Yeah, that's a midfield action at the moment. Those drivers, unfortunately, with 6 to go, ain't got too much time to get back up there at the moment. But you never know. Cautions breed cautions. And we are in a caution at the moment. I was going to say, look, that was 3 wide at the back there, but that's because we're under caution.
Joshua Suss, man, with a shot there. All right, let's go back to skipping ahead. Click, click, click. Back on our way. 2 to go. This could be the finish of the race right here at Texas, and it is in overtime. We're on lap number 150. Unlimited attempts at overtime if need be, Dean. Right now, Matt Cherry in front. Lions looking high, looking low, and LaBeouf watches on in 3.
He's going for it. He's going for it. He says he's got to give it everything to get past Cherry. He's throwing that number 53 around there, but Cherry's still not giving up. Better door banging.
White flag.
White flag, yeah.
Final time around. Door banging. As Jacob calls it, we got beef. Who's it going to be on the other side? Cherry powers his Chevrolet. Lions gets sideways. Slams the inside guardrail. Down the back straightaway. Brady LaBeouf to the left rear. Brady LaBeouf on the inside. He's got to run on Cherry. Cherry up high. They're going to have a photo finish at the line. Matt Cherry, Brady LaBeouf. Who will it be at the stripe? Matt Cherry by 3/1000ths of a second as they're crashing behind them in turn 4.
Yeah, we'll just quickly rewind that for a second.
Going to turn 1.
We're just going to have a quick look at this from the chopper cam to see the nose ahead. Yep, there it is. Job done.
Look at that finish. Now put it in real time. One more time. Look at this as now LaBeouf and Cherry get together coming to turn 1.
This is the lap before.
One more time. The last lap. Watch it again. Unbelievable.
This is when you see, bang, that's when Lucas just gets, he goes out, he says, all right, and then Brady says, oh, I just saw that happen. Let's see if I can try the same thing. Almost gets in there.
You had a feeling, Dean, it was going to be a photo finish. Look at Brady LaBeouf pulling him in, reeling him in like bait on a pulse popper hook, and look at them side by side, just short by 3/1000ths of a second at the finish line. Look at how close that is. Wow.
Yep, absolutely. If we get those results for you, what a drive for Cherry, what a drive for Brady LaBeouf. And Adam ends up coming in P3. There's your results.
And Matt Cherry picks up the victory. There it is. Brady LaBeouf will finish in second. Time and scoring is officially updated now to 0.350 seconds at the finish line. At third place, Newbert to Cherry. Brady LaBeouf's now timing and scoring for second is 0.031. Now, we normally just get to the 10th, so it's 0.03. However, it's 0.31, 31/1000ths of a second. Still a really close finish. Brady LaBeouf, Adam Newbert, Hendrickson, Blanchard, Hogan, Thomas, Peacock, Larson, Lumpkin. Your top 10. There's the top 18. Larson, White, Suss, Lester, Parks, Maurer, Smith, Ross. Top 20 with Cofield and Newton there, Jacob. Dean.
Absolutely. As you go through the rest of the field there, you got to go down to the P28 there. Brian Chew there, he starts to be a lap down with the rest of the drivers of Stephen Page, Jeffrey Johnson, Joey, all the J's actually, the double J's, and the JS's, James Hoffman, Kaufman, Azar,
Jeffrey
Dazar.
Johnson, Joey Stiers, James Kaufman. Oh, there's the rest of them. Van Rattle with a bad night. Multiple laps down or more. Crashed out, as Dean mentioned. And obviously, there it is, the rest of the rundown. And there it goes with, again, Matt Cherry picking up the win here in the Nazareth DSR Electric Truck Series. That beautiful looking the NJB Designs.com Chevrolet picking up the win over Brady LaBeouf. Adam Newbert with a solid drive for them on the podium. And we would usually be talking to them. However, we got to get off the air. Stay with us in about 14 minutes time. We're going to Darlington with the Nazareth DSR Electric Truck Series in the books tonight. We're going to, of course, Iowa next week for St. Patty's Day. And you stay with us on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network, because we're coming back live at the top of the hour with the playoffs continued for the Nazareth Cup Series presented by TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups at Darlington. For Brady LaBeouf, Cody Knott, Jacob Reeves, Dean Hopton on production and commentary, this is Wesley Outland. Congratulations to Matt Cherry, winner tonight at, of course, the Great American Speedway, No Limits, Texas, in the Murph's Magical Creations 225. We're back at the top of the hour for Nazareth Cup playoffs at Darlington.